Alright, so I just finished my dinner. I think it's time for a little story. Can you see me now? Good. Alright, so where's this place? This story going to take place tonight. I think back in high school and make the story there. Alright, so I think this story is going to go that the teacher was grading us and dismissing us at the same time. And in that particular class, my crush was sitting next to me. And she had a last name that started with like a W or a Z. That's what comes to mind there. And basically, I was called, and instead of leaving like everyone else did, I just sat there until she got called right next to her. And she ended up sitting there for like an hour and a half, waiting with me right next to her. Till the end of the period came, or should I say, till she was called. And it was just like me and her and the teacher. And basically, how would that go? I'm pulling this out of my head. I'm just pulling this out of my head, making it up right now. So basically, I would be in a class, science class, and it would be like the end of the term, and the science teacher would be like grading us and dismissing us, and calling us in alphabetical order. And basically, my crush would be sitting next to me and at one of the science tables, and her name would be like really high up in the alphabet. So she would end up being the last person to leave the room. And my name was called, and I just sat right back down next to her, and until the period was over, or when she got called. And I don't know, I keep trying to say that. I don't know why. And she was called, and it was just me and the teacher, and it came time for us to be dismissed. And what can I say? I would express feelings for her, I guess. I mean, that's pretty much how I would do that. Alright, so let's cover how we wrote this here. Teacher is grading us and dismissing us. I'm sitting next to my crush in class, because that's where these science seats were. And her name was like really high up in the alphabet, the last in the class. And basically, when my name was called, I got my grade, and instead of being dismissed, I just sat back down right next to my crush. And when her name was called, it was just me and her and the teacher. And that's when I expressed feelings for my crush. And it was Friday, and we walked out the door, and we're friends for forever. And I guess that's how it could end. I'll tell you what, I was just making this up as I go. I guess that's how they could go down. I'll tell you, you're watching an artist at work here. I mean, I just spent all day out there doing yard work. I spent 13 hours out there working on the mill train. Here's the picture of what I did. And I just had my dinner. I had some chicken patties, rice, and beans, with a little bit of salt and butter. And so I'm going to go to bed and do this again tomorrow. Starts again at daybreak. I don't know if we'll win the road trucks or not, because it's going to storm all week. And catch you on the flip side.